Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, hi, hello, welcome. Thank you so much for hopping on. I'm so glad you're joining us today. I'm so excited for today's video because we're talking about something that I absolutely love. If you guys don't already follow me on Instagram, I post a lot more on there, like on the daily, posting updates, tips, tricks, nutrition advice, fitness advice, all of that fun stuff. So give me a follow there. But I've been talking a lot about macronutrients. If you guys didn't watch my last video, I vlogged how to track macros when cooking for multiple people because this can be super difficult. So if that's something you're struggling with, check that out. But wanted to actually take it back to the basics and today's video show you guys how to use MyFitnessPal. This is the tracking app that I've used the entire time I've tracked. I love it. They have a free version and a premium version, and you only need the free one to really get what you need. The premium one obviously will give you more features, but it's not necessary. So in today's video, we're gonna lay it all out. I'm gonna show you guys how to track using MyFitnessPal, give you guys how to use the app, show you guys how to input your food and all of that good stuff so you guys can be masters at macro tracking so you guys can reach your goals. If you guys do like this kind of video, please give it a thumbs up. It supports me a ton, allows me to keep making these videos, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate it and appreciate you guys and love you guys. Click those buttons. Thank you. Without any further ado, let's jump into today's video and I'm gonna give you guys the whole rundown on how to track macros using MyFitnessPal. Okay, so first things first, obviously we need the app. So go ahead, pull up your phone right now. We're gonna go into the App Store. I don't know about you guys, but I'm one of those people that always searches my thing in my search bar so I don't have to look it up. So we're gonna go App Store, boom. Awesome, so once you're in your App Store, go ahead and search MyFitnessPal. Boom. So you can see that there's multiple that are coming up. Since I already have the app, it's telling me to open it, but this is what their icon is going to look like. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the app. Awesome, so hopefully your app has downloaded. Like I said, there is a free version and there is a paid version. The paid version is just their premium. It gives you a little bit more features, but for general macro tracking, I think the free version does just a fine job. So go ahead, let that download. Let's jump into setting your macros up for you within the app. Disclaimer, please do not use my macros as a guide for you. Macros are something that are so individualized. It is going to pertain to your training style, to your height, to your weight, to your body fat percentage, to your build, to how your body processes food. There are so many factors. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to set your goals, and it's going to show you what I'm currently consuming, and I actually just changed my macros. So again, please know yours is going to be different. If you do want advice and you're like, well, then how do I know what I'm supposed to be eating, Jess? Like, come on, girl. Please reach out to me. I do have an online coaching business. I do nutrition guide plans on there, which provides you exactly with what you and your body needs in accordance to your exercise, your body, your weight, your goals, all of the above. So if you need help finding out what macros you should be consuming, please reach out to me. I will put my website in the description box below. I'll also put my email there. Reach out, ask questions. Anyways, just want to make sure that's super duper clear before we hop into this. Let's jump into the app now so you guys can learn a little bit of how to use it. All right, guys, we are now in the app. You can see there's a home button, diary, add, progress, and more. First thing we want to do is set our macros up for our body. So we are going to be going to the More tab. In here, you can see all the differences for the premium plans. We don't need that. We are just going to be going to our fitness goals. This has a little bit of my weight in here. Honestly, I haven't touched this. It shows 9/19/20, guys. I haven't touched this in over a year. You are more than welcome to. It's just not something that's a priority for me. I just use this as my tracking app only for my carbs, fats, and proteins and calories pretty much. So that's gonna be under your nutrition goals. You're gonna see calorie, carbs, proteins, and fat goals. We're gonna come in here to customize our goals. Now, one thing that's a little different without the premium is these goals are only going to give you percentages by jumping of increments of 5. If you have the premium, you can have like a 33% carbs, a 32% protein, and so on and so forth. When you have the regular, it's going to be 35 or 40 or 45 and that kind of thing. So first thing you're going to do, set what calories you want to eat, set your percentages of what you want to consume, and it's going to calculate how many grams of those macros you want to have. Once again, if you need help finding these numbers to meet your goals, let me know. All right, guys, so now that you have your macro set for whatever you're going to be consuming, this is when you can start inputting your food. If you guys didn't watch my last video, one of my tricks and things that has helped me so much when tracking macros is inputting my food at the beginning of the day, so I don't have to think about it, and so I'm not at dinner trying to find this weird concoction to hit the rest of my macros. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you guys now how to input your food, and it's gonna be perfect because it's gonna plan my day of food anyways. Let's jump into it. All right, guys, so coming back into where we just finished doing our goals, we're now gonna start inputting food. So this is gonna be your diary. Your diary, you can see you can have breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and exercise. I actually don't recommend you putting in your exercise. It's going to adjust how much you're eating that day. And when I do my macros, if you guys are going through me, I'm going to be taking into account your exercise into this already. So we don't want to throw it off. Starting with some breakfast, it's also going to pull up foods that I've already put in, but I'm going to show you guys what you're going to do. You're going to add food. On here, you can see that you can actually scan a barcode, quick add, and there's also features once you guys start inputting more food, but in general, you can search any food up in the search bar. So I'm gonna be having some eggs this morning, so I'm gonna research eggs. Now, it's gonna come up with the one that I typically use. If not though, I can press the search button. It's gonna give me all of the eggs. The green check mark means that they are verified. One thing to note with MyFitnessPal is that these are all things that the average Joe has input at home. So you can see even these calorie goal over here, 70 calories, 70, 83, 90 aren't super on point. So you can go with the most accurate one, or you can research it online to see if it's accurate. It's gonna pull up that it's 72 calories, 0.4 carbs, 4.8 fat, and 6.3 protein for one large egg. You can press your check mark in the upper right-hand button, and it's going to log it into your breakfast. Now for me, I'm gonna use the ones I've been using. Egg. I'm gonna be having 2 eggs this morning. So number of servings you can adjust to how many you're having. 1 egg, I am having 2. It's gonna adjust all my macros, and now it's going to be 140 calories. I'm also gonna have some egg whites. Now my egg whites are already logged in, but if they weren't, this is when I can actually scan a barcode. So for instance, we have some Bob Evans egg whites. You can see right at the bottom here, we have a barcode. With MyFitnessPal, if I want to add my food and scan my barcode, it's gonna pull up this guy. All you have to do, put it over the barcode, and it's going to pull up if it's already been logged into MyFitnessPal, which it has. We have egg whites, 25 calories, 0, 0, and 5. You can even double check it here. And we can see that the Bob Evans is 25 calories, 0 fat, 0 carbs, 5 protein. We know that this is accurate. This is gonna pull up 1 serving again. 1 serving of this is 46 grams. If I wanted a different amount of this, you can either do the number of servings, or you can click on serving size and see what other measurements come up. From here, I can see I could actually do 1 gram if I only wanted 20 grams. For me, I want 100 grams of egg whites this morning. That's what I'm gonna input, and it then gets logged. So once I input what I'm gonna have, which is eggs and avocado toast, you can now see that I'm consuming 368 calories of my 1800 calorie goal. You can then click on this top bar here, and it's gonna show you how much protein you've had, how much carbs, and a bunch of other measurements. When tracking macros, you just want to focus on your calories, proteins, carbs, and fats. I have now consumed 29 grams of protein. I have 129 to meet, 23 grams of carbs, 135 to meet, and lastly, my fat, 19 grams of fat and 40 grams to meet. Some fun tabs up here is going to be your calories. It's going to just show you what you've eaten your calories from, and your macros. It's gonna give you a nice little pie chart. So as you guys can see, when you're inputting food, it's gonna pull up stuff that you guys have already put in. So things are gonna get a lot easier once you start using MyFitnessPal, but it's really, really simple to use. One of the really cool features is the fact that you can just scan barcodes and they are gonna pull it up, and then you can always double check if the macronutrients are accurate compared to whatever item you're using, just like we did with the egg whites. And then with other foods such as chicken, that kind of thing that doesn't really have a barcode, go ahead and look it up. The one that comes up first is probably gonna be your most accurate. You can also reference the internet. That's what I do for things like when we have random like prime ribs or something like that. I'm not super familiar with the macros. I'll just look it up online and try and figure out which one is the most accurate. When you guys are measuring the food, you do need to have a food scale, and that is going to be your best friend. You can usually adjust your food scales to using grams, ounces, so on and so forth, and that's what you're going to be using to track in MyFitnessPal. As you guys saw, we were doing the grams for the egg whites. Like I was saying, it's pretty simple in the app. The best thing you guys can do is just start messing with it and playing with it. Now I want to give you guys a few tips when you guys are doing macro tracking so you do see results and have success within doing this for your fitness journey. And that's going to be make sure you track everything. So you guys saw me input just my breakfast. It's going to look the same when I'm inputting things like lunch and dinner. But I want you to be wary of things like sauces, of things like oils. You do want to input all of that. So just throwing some olive oil in there is going to mess up your macros if you don't log it. It's super high fat and calorie. This doesn't mean it's a bad food to have, but it's important to make sure you're tracking that. Make sure you're tracking things like tomato sauces, anything like that. The only thing you don't need to worry about tracking is going to be those spices. Otherwise, input everything. Whatever you're putting into your pan, into your pot, into your oven, input what that is and then consume that, and then you won't have any worries and you will be reaching your goals. The whole point of tracking your macros is to be able to provide your body with exactly what it needs to see the results and meet the goals that you do have. So if we're like missing things here and there, we're not going to see the results as quickly. If you guys have any questions, and like I said, if you guys need help finding what macros fit you, please do reach out to me. I'll have a bunch of information in the description box below. You can reach out to me via Instagram, my website. You can email me, any of those things. Please do ask me questions. But I definitely would encourage you to download MyFitnessPal, give it a shot, play around with it a little bit, and see if it's something that you guys do enjoy. If you guys like this kind of video, please give it a thumbs up so I know and I can make more of these. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Videos do come out every single Monday, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.